Eagle-eye viewers have noticed the eternal 3:59 clock in the background and have asked of its significance. And I think it may be time to finally spill the beans. In a famous TED Talk, Poet Reeves lists the countless references that directors, writers, sculptors, and many others have used 4 a.m. as their go-to time. It's a time that reason tells us should typically be quiet and serene. For most, if you're waking up at 4 a.m., you're getting up too early. And if you just happen to be getting in at 4 a.m., you're probably getting in too late. 4 a.m. is a time we often refer to where almost anything can happen. It's a time of infinite possibility. Want to take a guess at what time Rocky Balboa woke up, consumed his legendary raw egg smoothie, and began training on his way to become champion? 4 a.m. And in Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather, the family is awake crafting a plan to kill off Clemenza, which ultimately puts Michael Corleone on the path to becoming the Godfather at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. is indeed a special, pivotal time. I often refer to myself as a supervillain, but the closer I get to that persona, the more I realize it to be true. You see, every supervillain or superhero has an alter ego, the purpose of which is to fit into the mold and never raise an eyebrow. But if everyone's living like Clark Kent, then no one ever gets saved. And if not for the Joker, then Gotham is just your average American city. So ask yourself, what has fitting into the mold of your industry gotten you? Take Fight Club, for instance, the quintessential movie about the fear of meaninglessness. What would have happened to Jack living out his quaint, quiet little life in his IKEA nest of an apartment had he not met his alter ego, Tyler Durden? Or maybe you've already embraced your alter ego and, like Paul Heyman, you're the mad scientist of your industry. You know you're special, whether your clients see it or not. You're just looking for that one ingredient, the catalyst, that puts you on your path of creating an audience of devout fans passionately chanting your name, willing you to succeed, and maybe even tattooing your logo onto their bodies. And make no mistake, the life of a differentiator can be a rough one. To quote Uncle Lloyd from DCOM episode 10, life isn't safe. If you're born different, tough shit. The world hates different because it's scary and unsafe, and the world needs safety. They want McDonald's, and they want Tom Cruise movies. To live as a differentiator, you have to live according to what you believe. You may fail, get killed, or even chop off your own ear. But one thing I can guarantee is it won't be safe. But here's the good news. People think they know what they want, but ultimately, they have absolutely no idea. It's a differentiator's job to tell them. Just ask Steve Jobs, Henry Ford, Rick Rubin, and even the creators of Seinfeld. All of their ideas universally panned until ultimately they became ubiquitous with human existence. So why 3:59? Sure, 4 a.m. is indeed a special time, but to me, we're all living at 3:59. We're all just 1 minute away from that special catalyst that could put us on our path to greatness. Right now, it's 3:59. It's not too early to start, and it's certainly not too late. It's a time of infinite possibility. So the next time you're laying awake at night, avoid thinking like the masses. Don't lay around wondering about what you're losing or what you could be missing out on. Instead, choose to think differently. Think about what you could be gaining, how big you could be winning, and what would happen if you listened a little more to that voice that speaks to your alter ego. After all, you're a differentiator. What's the best that could happen?